Welcome to another edition of the Poe Underground Podcast. I am your host, DK McKenzie. In today's episode, I have 3 musical pieces I'd like to showcase, if you allow me to do so. This is the first podcast of 2025. I apologize for the delay for any listeners out there who are hoping for an earlier podcast. All of that being said, I hope your new year was great. I'd like to start off this first podcast with a poem by a poet named James Whitcomb Riley from Indiana, who was born in 1849. The name of this poem is Her Light Guitar. I never heard of this poet, James Whitcomb Riley. However, I'm sure we all know one of his famous pieces, which actually I haven't even really read the poem, but I just found out today that he originally wrote a poem called Little Orphan Annie, which went on to become a book, a movie, a silent movie, I believe, as well. And actually, he was in the silent movie, supposedly, and so on and so forth. So there you go. And before we launch into the music, I just want to say there's 3 firsts. I'm very happy about these. Number 1, I've never worked with double bass. Those of you who are familiar with hard rock music or heavy metal, you are familiar with double bass. Those of you who don't listen to that kind of music, there is such a thing as double kicks or double kick drums, which you would hear, such as, well, let's say Alex Van Halen, for example, which is not exactly heavy metal, but you might hear double bass and something like that. There's some hard rock guys who occasionally tap on the second kick drum, but they're not playing double bass repetitively like Lars from Metallica, for example. Anyway, so that's a first for me and this podcast, double bass going on, some double bass in the music. The second is I added a strange effect on my voice. I usually don't like to add any strange things going on to the voice, but I did in this instance. And the third and last thing that I'm very happy about is I have shredding going on in this song, which if you're not a musician or a guitarist, you have no idea what I'm talking about. What is shredding? Shredding is fast solos or licks on the guitar, which I've never attempted in a recording because I never thought I could do it. And in this instance, I don't know where it came from, but I wanted to give it a shot. I thought maybe I could do it, and it sounds like I pulled it off, and I'm very happy about it. Without further ado, let's launch into Her Light Guitar, and I hope you enjoy it.
Twinkled a tune on her light guitar, a low, sweet jangle of tangled sounds, as blurred as the voices of the fairies are, dancing in moondawn dales and downs. And the tinkling drip of the strange refrain ran over the rim of my soul like rain. The great blonde moon in the midnight skies paused and poised over the trellis eaves, and the stars in the light of her upturned eyes sifted their love through the rifted leaves, glittered and splintered in crystal mist down the glittering strings that her fingers kissed. Oh, the melody mad, oh, the tinkle and thrill of the ecstasy of the exquisite thing. The red rose dropped from the windowsill and lay in a long swoon, quivering, while the dying notes of the strain divine rippled in glee up my spellbound spine.
And this second piece is by a Japanese-American poet named Jun Fujita. This poem was published in 1923. Jun Fujita is credited as being the first Japanese-American photojournalist. He mostly worked in the Chicago area. He is known for shooting portraits of some very well-known people, including Albert Einstein, Carl Sandburg, Frank Lloyd Wright, Theodore Roosevelt, and Al Capone. The name of this piece is called Japanese Brushstrokes, 2 Leaves. All I can tell you about the music is this started out as another experiment on the piano, changing the timbre of the piano by altering the chords and sticking my hand inside the piano and creating some new tones. And that was the inspiration. And this is one of those pieces where I did the music first and found a poem later. I just, spur of the moment, wanted to do some experimentation with my broken, out-of-tune piano and came up with something where I had to detune the guitar in order to make it work, of course. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Let's launch into it. Under the scowling sky, the frozen sand plain stretches, curled and crisp, 2 leaves scud away. There is no time here. From giant trunks, hoary moss hangs through the air of shadowy green, and cool dew drips. Above the settling mist, above the phantom isles, upon the settling mist, in the opalized moonlight, the whinny of a horse careers by. All right. Now let's launch into something a little bit more normal sounding. I have a piece here I am calling Insomnia Suite. It is a suite of several of my poems about, you guessed it, insomnia. I don't really have or suffer from real insomnia, but sometimes I have what I call morning insomnia, where I just can't get back to sleep. Anyway, the music is more traditional sounding, and I'm not going to bore you with details, so let's just launch into this one, Insomnia Suite. Hope you like it. Mornings are marauding assault of insomnia, leaving me begging for the tiny death, for a small sliver of blackness, so that I may return resurrected, fresh as a newborn, into the opening act of the day. Rough mornings, jungle mornings of dread insomnia, the cotton threads of slumber tear asunder, and my eyes pop open. The fugitive of sleep scurries away. The violence and the pistol of the morning leaves me on the verge of death. I struggle to awaken or enter sleep, but neither offers me peace. Instead, I linger in a limbo of torture and mad unrest, thrashing in the sheets of bondage to find my way. Night wrestles me and continues on till dawn. Insomnia isn't a lack of sleep. It's a breach of trust, a thievery of diamonds and dreams. Morning comes to challenge me, but I've already won the match. Early this morning, raining pigs, I saw him sawing something in the distortion. And that is it for today's podcast of the Poe Underground. I hope you enjoyed these pieces. I hope to be getting back to you with some new developments in the Poe Underground as I am working on them behind the scenes. I will hopefully share these new developments in the next couple of podcasts coming up. And please feel free to reach out to us on social media. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.